Most people do not realize how quietly money leaves an American household. Not through major purchases or reckless spending, but through small, ordinary choices made week after week, often without much thought at all. Across the states, grocery shopping feels familiar. The same aisles, the same brands, the same routines passed down over decades. Yet for many families, the grocery bill feels heavier every year, even when carts do not look fuller than they used to. The reason is not greed or carelessness. It is that the system slowly changed while habits stayed the same. Grocery stores were once straightforward places. You bought ingredients, not shortcuts. Cooking required time, and food was stretched because effort was part of the process. Over time, that model quietly shifted. Stores became carefully designed environments built around convenience, speed, and emotional cues. Stores began charging more, not for better food, but for doing parts of the process on your behalf. One of the clearest examples is in the produce section. Pre-cut fruits and vegetables look practical, even sensible. But the moment produce is sliced, it begins to lose moisture and nutrients. Shelf life shortens and waste increases. And yet the price goes up. Families pay more for food that spoils faster and often ends up discarded sooner. A trade-off that rarely feels obvious while standing under bright store lights. Water tells a similar story. Bottled water was once a luxury, something purchased occasionally. Today, it is treated as a necessity. The price difference between bottled water and tap water is enormous, yet marketing has reframed bottled water as cleaner and safer. What is rarely mentioned is that many bottled water brands source from municipal systems, and that plastic packaging itself introduces microscopic particles into the water. What is being sold is not purity, it is reassurance. Then there's the bakery. The warm smell drifting through the store feels comforting, almost nostalgic. But in many grocery chains, those scents are deliberately released to encourage impulse purchases. Bakery items carry some of the highest profit margins in the store. They aren't just selling bread or cookies, they're selling a moment engineered to override restraint. Spices are another quiet drain. Small jars don't seem expensive, so the cost rarely registers. But brand name spices often carry extreme markups, and they have usually been sitting on shelves for long periods of time. By the time they reach a kitchen, much of their flavor has already faded. Meanwhile, ethnic and international markets sell fresher spices at a fraction of the cost, simply because their inventory turns over faster. Organic food adds another layer of confusion. Some fruits and vegetables genuinely benefit from organic farming, while others show very little difference at all. Yet many shoppers buy everything organic out of caution, paying premiums where the health benefit is minimal. In earlier decades, families relied more on seasonal knowledge and proper washing. Today, labels often replace understanding. Convenience pricing becomes especially clear with single-serve snacks. Individually packaged crackers, cookies, and chips feel practical, especially for families, but the price per ounce is often dramatically higher than buying the same food in bulk. What seems like a small difference at checkout quietly turns into hundreds of dollars over the course of a year, money spent not on better nutrition, but on packaging and portioning. Prepared meats follow the same pattern. Pre-marinated cuts promise ease and flavor, yet they are priced far higher than plain meat. The marinades themselves cost very little to make and often contain large amounts of sodium. In the past, seasoning meat at home was simply part of cooking. Now, it is sold as a premium shortcut, repeated again and again. Health-focused marketing extends even further. Foods labeled as superfoods often appear in tiny packages with large price tags, even though their nutritional benefits are similar to everyday fruits and vegetables. The term itself is not regulated. It exists to elevate perception, not nutrition. Across the states, families were nourished for generations without exotic labels or boutique packaging. Caffeine has become another quiet expense. Energy drinks and specialty coffees feel routine now, barely noticeable in daily budgets. But over the course of a year, those purchases often add up to well over $1,000. Many of these drinks also deliver large amounts of sugar alongside caffeine, turning convenience into both a financial and health cost. Dairy products reveal the same pattern. Individual yogurt cups feel controlled and sensible, but they often cost several times more than buying the same product in a large container. The food itself isn't different, only the packaging is. What's sold as portion control is often just convenience priced at a premium. Frozen meals deserve a closer look as well. They promise speed and simplicity, but many are priced far higher than the ingredients would cost individually. Portions are often smaller than expected, and sodium levels are frequently high. In earlier decades, leftovers and simple meals filled this role without special branding or inflated prices. Finally, specialty diet foods bring everything together. Labels like keto, paleo, or Whole30 often appear on products made from ordinary ingredients and sold at significantly higher prices. These diets were originally based on simple, whole foods, not packaged replacements. Yet many households spend far more than necessary by trusting labels instead of ingredient lists. None of this means grocery stores are villains. They're businesses responding to modern habits. But it does explain why grocery bills feel heavier even when carts don't look full. The shift didn't happen overnight. It happened quietly, one convenience at a time, until convenience became normal and cost faded into the background. What's striking is that many of the most effective ways to spend less aren't new ideas at all. Buying whole ingredients, preparing food at home, reading labels instead of slogans. These were once ordinary habits across the states, not money-saving strategies. Understanding how the system works doesn't require rejecting modern life. It simply means seeing the trade-offs built into it. And once you see them, it becomes easier to decide which ones are worth making, and which ones quietly take more than they give. If you'd like to keep exploring how everyday life and spending habits across the states have changed over time, you're always welcome to subscribe.